first video me I make for why no probably know by now say me or maybe not. Maybe uno save me I'm in a hospital right now. Me not sure. But me not want to be saved again. The first time I try commit suicide, never want to be saved. But me make myself get saved because I couldn't bear the pain. Number one reason why me you see, me take words to my heart. Like for example, if me wanna say, the boy act like a idiot, you see, like how Auntie Jaya will say, me take it to heart and feel say me a real idiot, and me feel bad about it. And me try be nice, it just not work. Me not like when people cut me, like Auntie Jaya almost every day and complain about me. Number two reason why me do it. The day when, it test, the school work hard, and me not feel say me I go pass the test. And me know say if me not pass the test, me can't go golf room. So it not really make no sense me try when me not go reach nowhere. And sometimes me get bullied at school, and me used to fight. If you never know, me used to fight, yes. But me try stop now. My one fight me get in a from me car Belmont in a first farm. Yeah. People that me hate Capon bus at school. Then just act like a idiot funny but I love lick in their head like we feel like we shot them at some time and kill them. That me did want to do when me grow up, kill people. Cause we were then did that treat me, but me say no, not do that. Better me just do it to myself that die better way. And sometimes I have to be careful like words that I say to my pitney them. Cause then we take it to heart and I'm gonna lose something bad kid like me. Yeah. Later. Rest in peace.
A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so troubled. Troubled of the fact that someone sent me a voice note of what appears to be a young child. And this voice note speaks about suicide, about him taking his own life. This voice note speaks about how he's being bullied in school. This voice note speaks about how his mother or his Aunt Joy, bullied him all the time and speak down and say negative things to him. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how authentic this is in the times that a lot of people produce fake news and they want the spotlight for everything. But one thing I can confirm to you, in the Observer newspaper in Jamaica, an article came out about a 13-year-old little boy, and this little boy in the video also mentioned the name Belmont. So here's the article, ladies and gentlemen. A 13-year-old student of Belmont High School was shot dead over the weekend in a case of suspected suicide. Dead is Davian Johnson from Grange Hill in Westmoreland. The Observer Online understands that Johnson went to St. Mary to visit his mother and the stepfather, who is a licensed firearm holder. It is further understood that his stepfather locked the gun away in a vault and left the keys on top and went to bed. The next morning, the youngster was discovered missing, and checks were made when he was seen under a table in the living room with the gun beside him and a wound to his chest. I cannot say if this is a suicide. I cannot determine whether it is a homicide. We don't have all the facts. Only the police department have all the facts when they do complete the investigation. But we can say based on that video, and if we was to speak about the atrocities of our children, then we can look at that video and to say that everything that this little boy spoke of is actually happening in Jamaica today. There's a lot of bullies in schools. There's a lot of aunts or uncles who really don't respect their niece or nephew, talk down to them. And in the video, the little boy spoke about the fact that you have to be careful what you say to your children. He said certain things, ladies and gentlemen, that actually brought me to tears. So without further ado, I'm here on the set today, blessed with a very, very dear friend of mine, Mike Jegner, and we're talking about the Marcus Garvey People's Political Party's president, Heru Aishaka Musa Menelik. Welcome, my brother.
Blessed love, man.
Heru, I've just read the article in the Observer newspaper online, and of course we have listened. Both of us have listened to the audio, watched the video, watched the eyes of this little boy. What are your thoughts on this? And if it's not true, give us your thought on things that we know are happening to our children as we speak.
Well, give thanks, and I'm glad that it is happening at this moment in time when crime is at such a high in Jamaica. It's the highest it has ever been. And when the anti-crime task force examined the upsurge in crime in 1992, they said crime is really a people thing. You have to fix people to fix crime. It is the mind that conceives that thought that would either lead you to crime or lead you on a path of righteousness. So we need very much at this time to look at how we socialize our children. Some are socialized with love and they grow up with love. But some are socialized with pure negative connotations and they grow up with that negative connotation and it manifests itself into violence. So with this youth in the video, you can see he had internalized a lot of the things that had been said to him negatively by his aunt, by his teachers, and by his peers, because he said at school he was bullied. And when you internalize this, it becomes pent up. And when you want to release, it is going to release 10 times to the amount of effect that you have brought it up on that youth. So let us say you impacted him with 1x negativity. He's going to explode with 10x negativity. And this is what happened with this youth. That he paid the ultimate price by taking his own life.
Heru, during the course of the video, which, ladies and gentlemen, I will not upload that video because my heart goes out and my condolences to the family of this little boy. And there's a part in the video, though, that touches the core of my heart when he said that sometimes he feels like going out and just kill people. You know?
Yes, that's the negativity. Anger. Yes, the anger that is pent up inside, boiling up. It's like a Dutch pot and you close the pot and you're boiling it and there's no escape. So eventually that pot will explode. It's pent up inside, and that's why I say when it explodes to a magnitude of 10 times the effect.
True.
So one of Jamaica's main problems today is the social engineering that we impact upon our children. We have to start to give them more love and care. And let us look even at our parliamentarians who have been entrusted to lead the nation, with the type of negativity that they put out to the people and the people pass it on. The hardships that they impact upon the people internalize it. And when we're talking about that, look at that video with the lady beating her daughter with the machete. This is when you have that internalized hatred pent up in you and you want a release.
But we can even take it one step further about the little 7-year-old boy that was sodomized by 4 of his peers.
Yes.
The parent went to the police station to make a report. And because she was acting in such an irate manner, which she have every right to be, this is a child. I mean, any parent who love their children would have behaved exactly or worse. I possibly would have been in a worse situation.
And in a situation like that, I just want to inject.
Yes.
the police is there and the motto tells you
To protect and
to
serve.
protect and serve and reassure.
None of that was done.
So none of that was done. Instead of reassuring that lady, they castigated her.
And the sad part about that too, and we have to share this with our audience out there, the news itself did not go directly into the damage that was done to the little boy. Either they went straight to the police situation, and how the fact that how she behaved and how she acted. So what is happening with these fake news, with these news just trying to sell commercials? Because that's what they're doing it for. What is going on in our country, Eru?
We have lost the love. We have lost the love. Even the newspapers in reporting, they would have been more sympathetic to the situation and understanding that how could something like this happen to that age group? 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds.
Must have been a learned behavior.
You understand?
I consider it learned behavior, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course. The negativity that comes on the internet. You have to understand that these children with the smartphone go in and see these things. There's no censorship. So this is where parent control and censorship comes in. In a lot of the Middle East countries, none of these videos can be shown on the TV, and they block the signals. So it cannot go in that the youth can get it on the phone.
To watch it, yes. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Eru Aisha Kamusa Menelik. He's the president for the Marcus Garvey People's Political Party, stopping by. As a matter of fact, we're on our way to halfway tree right now for a rally about our national identification system. Since I get an opportunity to catch Eru in this position of leadership, because he's perked up to go and tackle this battle that we must win. What are your thoughts now that you're settled? I know we catch you right in front of the God knows, and we're here with you. What are your thoughts now about this? I don't know what to call it, this plantation type thing that is coming down on the Jamaican people.
Well, the thing that we have to look at, is history repeating itself. When you look how these enslavers treated the African people without any form of love, because they did not see us as humans. They saw us as subhumans. In one great case in America, the Dred Scott case, when the judge was summing up, he said that the African was not fully a human. The African was 3/5 of a human. The white man is a human being. And then you have the gorilla at the next end of the spectrum. The African was in between that spectrum, 3/5 of the spectrum. So we were not humans. So they treated us like how they would treat an animal. Butcher the animal, torture the animal, brand the animal, just like that. And this is where we find the problem coming, that some of our black leaders now have taken the place of these and have learned that behavior that the white man used to impact upon us, and is behaving the same way.
And they're doing a hell of a good job at it, ladies and gentlemen. They're in it to win it. Ebro, in parting, because ladies and gentlemen, we're kind of pressed for time, but in parting, let's get back to this young 13-year-old from Westmoreland. What are your parting words to parents? Because I saw a clip recently for Trinidadian comedian, and how he acted, it was nothing to be funny about, because he was dead serious. And he said, we as a generation of adults have failed miserably our youngsters. We're not paying attention to our kids. Children are having children, and the whole thing is getting out of whack. What are your parting words in regard to this 13-year-old and the whole situation?
We, as an African people, we created the world's first civilization. And we showed what love is. We brought up generation after generation in love and harmony and unity. In any family, setting, we would have 3 generations. We would have the grandparents, the parents, and the children. And this is how we pass on certain traditions. The type of Western family that you have now is that exploded family. The USA, as they say, that acronym stands for You Stand Alone. It's every man for himself. So as the parents get old, the children ship them out to some home and visit them maybe once for the year.
Yeah.
So that intergenerational love is not there anymore. And the hustle just to stay alive because of the type of economic system that they have created keeps you in that zone of selfishness that you want to survive and you don't care anyone about you. There's a powerful book done by Michael Bradley known as The Iceman Inheritance, and it went to show why the white man is so cold and selfish and greedy, because he grew up without love.
Wow.
We have to recreate that re-socialization of our people using love as that ingredient to bring us the glue that keeps us together.
Ladies and gentlemen, powerful, powerful words coming from my Jegna. Now you see why he is my Jegna, right? I want to close on this, ladies and gentlemen, and just to carry forward what my teacher has taught me. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes each and every one of us to be our brothers, our sisters, keeper. Show that love, that concern that we had way back in the days. Up until the 70s, we demonstrated love for each other. The Rastaman is the creator of all that. The Rastaman is the only man that meets you with one love, blessed love. Love far high. So Rastas has brought us to this time in our eating, in our liberty, and in our own camaraderie as one person to another. Let's see if we can dig back into that well. Bring back that love that we want to share in Jamaica. Just like how I love my Jegna. Yeah, and respect him and honor him.
Every time.
Respect your elder, love your elder, honor your elder. And guess what? They will in turn teach you, because everything where you know, me want it. Everything where I have up yourself, me want it. You know why? Not because of jealousy. Not because I am jealous against him. It's because I need to impart this knowledge that he has to the next generation.
And let me just add quickly, His Majesty always said, never keep knowledge for yourself. If you try to keep it, you betray knowledge. Pass it on freely as you receive it. And
the Honorable Marcus Garvey is here. What a nice name to close on. If you think of self, say it, my Jegna, because he's here. I'm not, that's his position. What does the Honorable Marcus Garvey talk about selfishness?
The ends you serve that are selfish will get you no further than yourself. But the ends you serve for all in common will get you into eternity.
Wow, my Jegna. But guess what? I'm not sure. So me have to close it with a Marcus Garvey quote. The Honorable Marcus Garvey said, God and nature created us, but we, through our own creative genius, created what we want to be. I want to be a great human being. My Jegna is a great human being. And you all are great, great people. Love each other, respect each other. And guess what? We can just live. Rastafari, bless you. Jah!
Rastafari.
One God.
One aim.
One destiny.